Hello again, welcome to the gerbilicious little workshop. Today I want to talk about these cheap Chinese Variacs. Now, I got this one off eBay, but you can buy them on Amazon. They all to me look the same. It doesn't say Variac on it, just transformer, model number, blah blah blah. And they've got these sockets in them. As you can see, this one is no longer in it. It's got a transmutable clip cover here. And this stopped working, and I thought, oh dear. Let me just zoom in a little bit further so that you can see. There we go. So there's this, and I'm in the United Kingdom for all those people who aren't. We've got these plugs. Where are we? There we go. Like that. That's your ground. That's your live. That's your negative. And plugs into there. And this can also take, there we are, different types of plug. These two, no. I'm not quite sure what those two are for. But anyway, it stopped working. And wriggling the plug around, it's a plug off my soldering iron, but it doesn't matter. You could get it intermittently working, so plug's bad, or there's a bad connection in the Variac. So I opened it up and had a look, and everything except the ground wire was soldered up. The ground wire was hanging off. So I took this out and took it apart. And happily it was destructive. So one or two good points it has. Where are we? Let me get a bit of light on this. Or a bit more light on it. There we are. There is a shutter on quite a strong spring. And this prevents little fingers, or maybe moderately big fingers, for getting in. There we are. So points for that is a safety shutter. In British plugs and sockets, the safety shutters are operated by the ground pin. So that's why the ground pin is a lot longer. Where'd it go? Here it is. If you notice. So that when the ground pin goes in, it opens the shutter. On this, you have to have the, whoops, it's all falling apart. Oh, that was on the cards. The actual live and negative pins push the shutters open. Anyway, so what did we find when we opened it up? And we get it in camera, that will help, wouldn't it? Well, this is the ground. Oh, come on out. I need a pointy pliers. There we go. Doesn't want to come out because I've got most of the solder off the tag, but it's not going to, anyway, it's not going to come out. That's fair enough. But if you notice, these aren't very springy. If you push them, they stay pushed. And can we get the other one out? If we can just get one of these out, it'll be a help. Doesn't want to come out. Oh. All right, never mind. Now, if I get this fairly up to you, good. you can see there are the tops of the two connectors are there, and it may not be easy to see, but the other sides have gone all the way in. What's happened is I plugged it in and it's pushed and straightened them out. So there we are. So instead of being like that, can you see? Oh dear, I don't know, you can't see it very well. So I'll use the earth pin of this. When that goes in there, like that, it actually went like that. Doesn't grip. That grips. That doesn't. So grips, doesn't. So what's happened is they're lined up so badly that it actually, when you push the plug in, it actually pushes down on the clip on the other side and flattens it out. Doesn't spring back. So basically crap. Pardon my French, but that's what it is. It's rubbish. And I shall consign it to the necessarily rubbish tip. So what I've done, and it's going to look a bit funny, I know it is. Oh. I grafted a British socket onto the front of it. Now yes, it looks odd, and why is it sideways? Because there isn't enough room for the cable to come out if it's the right way up. In all fairness, the multi-plug on this was in sideways, and this is on solidly. There are 3 screws in this holding the front panel on. 1, 2. The third one is now inside here, slightly to that side of there, so it's about there on the inside of what we call the patris. There's almost enough spare wire in here to connect directly to this, but I've just extended them a little bit, soldered them on, and I think what I want to say now. It's the middle of the night when I'm doing this. Soldered them on and shrink wrap. Oh goodness, that was hard. So you can see it isn't plugged in, so it's quite, well, safe-ish anyway. There you go. You can see the little shutters working. So if you press the earth first, it pushes the shutters out of the way. Isn't that good? Yes, it is. So there's some double-sided tape and a screw in the top into here. So it's quite secure. These plastic things are quite robust. Another thing I've had to do to it, we've got 240 volt mains here, is when that pointer, see the pointer? Yes. Is over this black mark, that's 240 volts. It's there, 200 there, 225 there, 240 there, or thereabouts. So that's where it thinks it's giving you 240, and that's where it's actually giving you 240. So you take this dial with a pinch of salt. There is a nice little dial on the front. I'll plug it in now. Where's my plug? which I've checked with my meter and is accurate. So if I put this on 240 there, 245, it's quite delicate actually. There we are. It's between 200 and 220, so. And I fitted a plug with a switch, double protection. And there you go. So this, as I say, is accurate. Put your meter on here, it agrees. So there you have it. I think I've seen a few people with these cheap ones messing around with these dials or redoing a dial, and there you go. Oh, I managed a 10-minute video. Lordy lordy. Thank you very much for watching. Be wary of these cheap Variacs and stay safe.